right, it's Friday again. We back.
We back. Y'all made it. We here together. Welcome back to another episode of Fly High Fridays.
Where them girls be
Squawking.
So, you want to do it right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, don't get distracted. You know, when you have an at-home job.
Look.
You know, not a job, right? This is just, well, it's a job. Okay. Yeah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, and you know, it's a fun job.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun job.
So how was your week, sis?
My week, yeah, this week it kind of flew by, actually. Mm-hmm. I definitely have been eating the same thing every day, and that's interesting because I normally don't. And
I'm taking that.
You know, it's just different.
Okay.
Just getting out, you know, and doing something different, right?
Mm-hmm. Look,
and,
getting uncomfortable.
Getting uncomfortable. I got uncomfortable this week. I hope you did too. Remember, I was like, you know, you should challenge yourself, try to break through those things, you know? So I hope you worked on that.
I did.
You did?
Yes.
You did.
I felt like I tried some things this week and did some different things. Went to some different areas that I've never been. So, you know, I think, definitely got out of my comfort zone this week.
Well, good.
So.
I like to hear it.
Yeah.
You know? So I guess we're in alignment with that. Both getting out of our comfort zone. And, you know, you should just consistently be trying to do stuff like that, you know. Trying different things brings different results, you know, and just leaving you more open to learning you know, learning you, maybe getting an opportunity to do something that you never thought you would, you know, by going out your comfort zone, you know.
Look, I just had a whole flashback of me doing something out of my comfort zone and it paying out way bigger than I expected it to do. So definitely,
and that will normally happen when you start to live out of your comfort zone. When you when you try that side, when you try doing something different, you should become aware, you know, of this alignment happening. If you didn't notice that, you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention.
And I had to notice that back then to be where I am today, y'all. So I was like, you know what? Spit on you. Actually.
Okay, period.
So, yes,
definitely. And you know, on that note, you know, let's definitely talk about it. Continuing Dr. Wayne W. Dyer's book of 10 Secrets for Success in the Inner Peace. We're on number 5, and it is embracing silence. It's a way of getting closer to your source, whatever that may be, right? A higher power than yourself. I have been embracing silence and practicing this and doing this before January, before I wrote this down. I grew up, you know, as an only child, and so I've embraced a lot of silence in my life.
I feel like it's always prepared us for this exact moment. We were already walking it. You just have to become more aware.
Right. And when you become more aware, I hope it's to become a little closer to your source. It's a such thing as meditating, and it's a such thing as embracing silence. I feel like I don't want you to get misconstrued with embracing silence as meditating. It is meditating, but in this sense, how I perceived it from Dr. Wayne, right? Wayne. Yes. How I perceived it is that, you know, you really just want to embrace silence around you. Actually, noise and being in silence. I don't think some people realize, you know, that you maybe not even sat in silence before.
Because it's like no music, no TV.
That.
Not even reading, like just sit, just that.
Yeah.
Silent the thought, and it's like and I see where it's that thin line between it being meditation or just silence, because you're also going in and silencing your mind and silencing what's around you, and just so that's a good one. It's something you gotta learn to love if you're not used to it.
I know a lot of people that's not used to it.
They like loud and chaos, and
I
say I can't be in it, but it's like. I think I've gotten to the point where I mastered really just that. Yeah. I was reading because the other book said that as well. The 7 Spiritual Secrets to Success. He talked about doing it 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night. I had to challenge myself. We gonna start doing that? Yes. Yeah. We should. Yeah. 30 minutes in the morning when you first wake up. 30 minutes before you go to bed. Yeah. Yeah.
Embracing silence or meditating?
Both. I just go ahead and do both, because it's like I silence it and then just silence everything else around me. Yeah.
Now, embracing silence, I mean, of course, leads you to meditation. You know, but I just didn't want to get too religious on y'all, you know, or too specific. I do want to be specific, but I didn't want you, for my simple minds, you know, for my simple folk, because I'm simple. That's what I'm saying. I'm simple. And that's just how I would say it to myself, is that, you know, it's not learning to embrace silence leads you to the point of saying, okay, I am now ready for meditation, because I've been practicing embracing silence. I'm not distracted and like, you know what, I gotta turn something on. I gotta, you know, you kind of gotta, because when you meditate, you kind of, that's like I guess the steps to.
Yeah, I was just thinking that's the step. That's actually a step. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that would just be a beginner step.
Silence everything around you before you start to. Yes.
Yes, because when you meditate, I just don't want you to play with it. You know, meditation is spiritual. You know, and you gotta understand this. You know, your imagination is spiritual. You know, your thoughts are real. And all you have to do is believe in them.
That's it. Apply pressure. Apply that.
We said that last week, I think.
Yes.
We just, you know, apply that pressure. Gotta apply some pressure. But, you know, and that's just one little thing to elevate, right? And get those breakthroughs that you've been asking for. Because if you're watching us, you clearly want to break through. You're clearly trying to...
Getting to know yourself. Getting a deeper understanding of self. Yeah. Because I think the more you understand yourself, the more you understand other people.
That is correct, actually. That will be a fact for me.
The more I get, the deeper I get with understanding myself, then it's just like I get it now. Oh, okay, I get why you did that. I see that. Yeah. I understand. Okay.
I've literally asked God, how do you love everybody? When you gotta, we've been talking about this, and you gotta be careful what you ask for. Even if you joking, right? Even if you joking, you gotta be careful what you ask for, because when I say it hit me like a ton of bricks. Yeah. I was like, you know what? I actually, you're giving me what I asked for, and I forgot to ask.
Look, you gotta be careful about that too, because I be forgetting too. That's why I have to write stuff down.
Why is this getting presented to me?
Because you asked about it, baby. You forgot. Go back to. Look, I gotta go to my journal. Be like, go back to January 22nd, 2022. You asked about this. Just this. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I'd be like, oh, okay.
We get what we be asking for, and then we be trying to figure out what is this. What is this that I was served, Lord? No, it's an understanding. It's a better understanding. You said, how do you love everybody? How can you love everybody? And it wasn't in even the next day, maybe a couple of hours that I was watching something, doing some self-development, and it ran across it.
Yeah.
It got I got my answer. It gave me my answer. The word, the prophecy, the message.
Yes.
Literally answer my question.
I love it when that happens. It's like a continued conversation. You just gotta be remembering what you be asking, what you be.
Exactly. And when you resist it, that's when you need to pay attention to it the most. That's how come I found out. That's how come I found out. That's what I was asking myself. That's why I was resisting. I heard something and I resisted it.
Yeah.
Immediately. And then I thought about it. I sat there, became present, and was like, what did he just say?
What was that actually?
What was that?
So why are you trying to fight so hard?
Right. Let me go deeper with that. Let me ask myself some questions, and let me be tactful and really be honest with myself and see what this is that kind of, made me resist a little bit and be like, get the stank face. And then I answer my own question. Because a lot of times that's what we do. We answer our own questions because we know ourselves.
Yeah. You
just don't want to be the blame for your consequences then.
Right. Because consequence is such a scary word, y'all.
Yeah.
Consequences. Ooh. It's okay, y'all.
Yeah. And so this is why people tend to blame other people or other things, for their problems.
If it wasn't for this or if it wasn't for that. No, it wasn't. I've had to learn, sometimes I got to take responsibility for what I did. I'm going to do that. I need to do that. So I can look at myself. Ask myself, no, why did you do that? What were we doing? What? It's happening for me, not to me.
That one. That one, amen. And, and when you become, to me, when you get closer to source is when getting access to that information, embracing silence, getting that access, which is your thoughts, listening to yourself. And you really start to embrace that and take it in and accept that into your life. Things will really start to become a little more clear for you. Your steps become a little more.
Fog goes away. The smoke clears.
Okay.
You start to kind of see some things and you're just like, oh, I didn't notice that before. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Exactly.
You're just giving me what I asked for. Thank you, God.
Yeah, pay attention to what you resist. I was listening to Jazz the other day. She said that, and it did make me think that's a good one. Pay attention to what you are resisting of, that you get a bad vibe from. That's what I mean. Like when you get a bad taste from something that somebody said or did, right? You have to become aware of that. Mm-hmm. Ask yourself what exactly was that triggered me.
Like why?
Right.
You okay? What does that come from?
Oh, my attitude changed soon as such and such said that.
Look, after this.
Yes, right after this. Cause
y'all, we ain't gonna do this again till y'all next Friday, okay? No promises, but we go. I'm hold us accountable.
After this episode, I really am gonna go ahead and turn.
Make sure y'all comment if you're still here.
My baby don't
comment
even have no bedtime tonight, and that's why one of the videos I was like, get in the bed, and Jazz was like, it's Friday, or she said it was Friday, and I'm like, I don't even know why I got this on. Anyway.
You can cut it. You don't have to have it on Friday. You can just do it on Thursday. Or Sunday through Thursday,
I realized that, and I haven't fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't fixed it because I literally do not think about it until now.
Yeah. I will try to remember. I am going to remember because we're speaking into existence what we want. I am going to remember to tell you, or you're going to remember. It's either or. To work on that when we're done with this, when we're done with y'all. And next week, y'all, it's going to be a whole new world.
Okay. No.
It's probably not even bothering y'all. It's really not a bother until it happens. And then it's just like, hopefully y'all can still hear us.
Right. That be the thing, because
we're going off fake
video. Other videos has, or one other video had cut off on us. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah. Catches us by surprise.
Right. But that's actually was it. That's number 5. That's number 5 right there.
Okay.
And I feel like that's something again that I've been working on before, even before, January when I wrote these things down, and I told myself I was going to work on each one of those, and apply them to my life because I agreed to each one, and I wanted to work on them, kind of see it for myself, if they work. Right.
And you just gotta be It does. You gotta be just consistent with yourself.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta keep them in mind.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. I keep my journal close, and I have a point to make sure that I'm reading certain things every day and keeping my self-awareness on certain things.
Yeah.
Every day until it's in my subconscious. Right, until it's like I just know
in
these
there.
things.
Exactly, because just like how that doubt and that worry wasn't planted, we're trying to remove that and plant good seeds.
Exactly.
To where it's
exactly
second nature.
Second nature. You just automatically positive. You just always positive. You just always optimistic.
Like that, because that's all you see.
And you do it.
That's all you see.
You do it just effortlessly because it's in you. It's just in you to do it, right? That's where I want to be. And that's why I've been working on these things. And, Bird Talk, again, helps me let it out, push my music out. I was telling Jazz, I really am excited about, we've said this before, new things coming, right? Just a new pattern coming.
Yeah.
We are going to be going back to YouTube very soon. All it is that we're just trying to prepare. And be as prepared as we can be and move at our pace, and so, cause when we get on YouTube, we're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And, I can't wait, because I've really been putting some hard work into myself, to, be disciplined for this. And so, I'm ready to actually put the action because I've been kind of, in the emotion state, trying to put myself, imagine myself in this, in it, and see how I would feel and get the emotion with it. Mm-hmm. Because of course, remember I said this was a job, but we see what a job is something that you just go to because you need some money. No, this is a purpose. This is something that I really could do for free.
Yeah.
However, hey, the world knows that things aren't free, and so they've just created these beautiful platforms that we could
hop on,
take advantage of if you are at the level of awareness and your cup is full. Yeah. And you feel like this is something that you could do. Because it's a lot of people that's saying, hey, I got a podcast. And you would come to us and you're probably thinking like, what's different about us, or what is it about us? But, this was something that we actually should have been doing. We should have did this 10 years ago with Crank That. And so when Soulja Boy came out with Crank That. I mean, I've said this before. So, and we only just got a couple. It only take one, right? It only take one. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I have evidence to prove that on my YouTube channel. We've been in front of the camera. This is just something that we've been hadn't had like an inner desire to do. Yeah. Right. But of course, you have to. I'm thinking of the quote. You have to.
You want me to get your notebook?
I might need to grab it because I want it to be right on point. But you have to. My little quote book. Just so I want to be accurate.
Heard them bones cracking?
The first one.
The first one, the closest one to the corner?
Yeah. Should be in there. I read it to you earlier.
Yeah, I remember. But do I? I don't remember. Yeah. You have to read it one more time.
There you go. But you can't heal what you hide, and you can't fix what you fail to confront. And so that's why it's not going to be a lot of people that can do, we say, oh, all these people starting podcasts. Well, it's an opportunity that people is willing to grab. They say, hey, I feel like this is something that I'm good at, and I'm going to do it. And so, basically the same for us.
Mm-hmm.
We're growing to, deal with our things that are uncomfortable. We're speaking out. We're trying to really push our purpose, and this was something that we truly wanted to do years ago.
Shine bright in our authentic selves.
Exactly.
From the get-go. And teach other people how to do that, because
it's an everyday thing.
It really is.
It's an everyday choice.
You are an everyday thing. You need to be.
It's an everyday
Walkers.
choice.
You are growing.
Every day. Every day. So, and on that note, just remember to be
you,
resilient,
and driven
every single day of your life. And yes, I'm gonna grab my notes. And make sure you go, down below and follow our main socials.
Please and thank you.
And if you are ready to invest, I have my Acorn link at the bottoms if you want to get started.
BU journals and Reflections of God still available on my website. Check it out.
Go cop that. And just a reminder to always show love and gratitude every day. Every day. The two highest vibrations that you could put yourself in as you start your day is just some good love on yourself and being grateful for where you are and what you have. Waking up to that, just being grateful for where you are and what you have.
I literally
so
wake
important.
up thanking God. I'm not even, it's a wake up thing.
You should.
It's a wake up thing. And the crazy thing is, real quick, because I don't know if anybody else felt it, but it's like today, it's like the thoughts came tumbling in, like instantly. And I'm just like, oh, that hasn't happened in a while. Because I'm usually like, oh, thank you, God. I woke up this morning. Yes, what we had to do today.
Yeah.
But today was off. Like, them thoughts came in first. And I'm like, that hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah.
Why? But I ran across TikTok, got a confirmation that somebody else was feeling that same way. So usually they've been doing good.
Yeah.
And it's like something came rumbling in, but it's because now it's time to use our voice. It's now time to, you have grown, and it's time to speak. It's time to, because you can actually get rid of them thoughts.
Yeah.
Use your voice. Okay.
Yeah.
Silence it. You silence what's around you. Silence what's.
We can do it in the camera. We're choosing. This would be our thing.
Y'all, we just watched the cutest movie. It's like,
we watched Panda Express.
No, Kung Fu Panda.
Kung
That's what
Fu
you're
Panda.
eating. You're
Sorry.
eating Panda Express.
Sorry.
No, it's not. It's not. Is it?
But that is a restaurant.
Yes.
Fast food. Yeah.
But Kung Fu Panda 3.
There we go.
Silly gooses.
We got this from this. This is our new handshake.
Yes.
And it stands for being you and opening up, right? Keeping our hands open, our hearts open, our minds open, and we're just saying, hey, we're going to choose to be you today.
We're going to choose to be us.
To be us. And that's what you should do. That's what you should do every day. I hope, that's something that you can do this week is just work on, opening up, learning not to hide, learning not to hide. I want to mention, just think about it like this. If you have to think about all the doctors and nurses out here who are essential to us, right? To humans, to other humans. We always want the police, right? Ambulance. We always want them to stop what they're doing and save a life because that's what they chose as a job, right? But if you think about just doing this as a person,
yeah,
and understanding that if you see somebody down and you can, and all you need to say, and in your heart you're saying, it's saying all you need to say is good morning to this person, like, then just do it. You know, just follow
your heart,
what's in your heart and what you're feeling at the time, and that is being you, right? You're not lying to yourself at that moment. It was in you to say good morning.
mm-hmm.
It was something in you. We say this a lot, humans, people. I've heard people say this. It was something in me that just said good morning, and you know,
I followed it,
and I just did it, and then boom, I don't know, he paid for my drink and candy. You see what I'm saying? And it just becomes a domino effect because God trying to show you something. But if your heart is closed, your mind is closed, your hand is closed,
you can't receive.
You're gonna be the one paying for your soda and candy. Because all you needed to do was push out your purpose. Push out what was in your heart, which was say good morning to the person, because they needed that.
Mm-hmm.
They needed that good morning from you. Thank you. Actually, that from you. You just think you think it wasn't important. You thought it wasn't important, and you went against it. Remember I just said when you resist something?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, y'all. All right. That was just on my head. That was just on my head.
I think it was perfect.
All right, y'all. Until next Friday.
Remember to be you.
That was a reminder, right?
Yes.
All right, y'all. Be safe out here in these streets. Next Friday. Until next Friday. Work on yourself.